This is Will Beeman TV. I seen a video of Wali Moses talking about how Teofimo is sleeping on Shakur, right? Step in my office. I got your order. So this is what I do not get right here in boxing world. This is what I do not understand. For the life of me, I do not understand this, right? Every fighter that fights the likes of a guy like, let's say, Shakur Stevenson, Floyd Mayweather, Devin Haney, anybody that's a defensive fighter, anybody that they quote unquote deem has pillow hands or they're pillow fisted, for some strange reason, people would not walk these guys down. Now you can say, oh, they're runners, um, which is so untrue. That's boxing, if you ask me. Lateral movement, footwork, the whole shebang. But if these guys are so pillow fisted, right, and they don't pack no punches, like they don't pack no power on their punches, right? Pardon me. For some reason, guys don't go in there reckless. For the life of me, I never understood that. If they're so pillow fisted, if they're so soft handed, brittle hands, as you guys say. Now I get injuries, they do occur in boxing. It's boxing. But if these guys are so easy to beat because they're so pillow fisted, as you guys claim, and which causes people to so-called sleep on these guys, why not take a risk and just go in there and go for broke? You know why? Because they're not as pillow fisted as you may think. and boxers know that. That's just what you got to tell yourself to, I guess, give yourself confidence. Okay, now, this is no shade to Brian Norman Jr. Respect to Brian Norman Sr. and Jr. I respect those guys. Big fan. They made the fatal mistake of sleeping on Devin Haney. Now, I'm not going to say they fell asleep at the wheel and they just like, oh, we ain't worried about nothing. They knew it was a fight on their hands. But to say that he was pillow fisted, and I heard Brian Norman Jr. saying, like, I ain't worried about nothing you got in those gloves. Like, I'm walking right through it. Second round, what happened? He got dropped, stunned him, buckled him. And this is the fatal mistake a lot of boxers make because, like Mayweather would say, well, no, not Mayweather. Andre Berto said, it's like, and he said in his interview after, he fought Mayweather, he was like, Floyd, people like Floyd, Shakur, Devin, they may not be the hardest hitting guys in the sport, but it's sharp enough to let you know you're not just going to walk in here and do what you want to do. That's why I don't understand why these guys always say, I'm not worried about nothing he's doing. Like his hands are soft and brittle. He don't pack any power in his punches. Like he can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. Okay, so if he can't hurt you, what's the issue with you just walking him down the whole fight? I don't care if he's using lateral movement or whatever you guys claim, they can't do, which is running, whatever, but cut the ring off and walk him down. If you're not worried about getting clipped or anything, now it's boxing. But if you're not worried about it and he's so soft-handed, you shouldn't worry about nothing. You should just walk him down and go for broke. But you're going to stay defensively responsible, right? I know you will. Because deep down inside, you do respect that power. Now, it's not extreme power, let's say, i.e. a Tank Davis, David Benavidez, someone like that. Like, I mean, that's a different weight class, but I'm just saying, you'll worry about guys like that. But these, like, Shakur Stevenson, he's not winning these fights by just, like, I mean, it's like I'm kind of lost for words because it's like you guys make it seem like this dude is just like he's no threat at all in the ring, and it's like, come on, man, you got to be out of your mind. And for Teofimo to make that mistake and sleep, Tio got skills. Don't get me wrong, he got skills. As I've always stated before, not a big fan of the racial slurs. I know Shakur was saying he doesn't think he's racist because he knows him personally and he's hung out with him, XYZ. But I, y'all know Shakur's my guy. That's one of my favorite boxers of this era right now. I would have to I would have to disagree with that. The reason being is because if you're not a racist, why you making racist jokes? I don't find it funny. You know what I mean? I don't find it funny at all. But I don't want him to make that fatal mistake of underestimating Shakur Stevenson too much to where he takes his eye off the sight. Because if he does, he may get clipped. You know what I mean? So y'all claim y'all don't respect the power and he can't hurt you, he can't harm you. So why take the fight? Or if it's that easy, you should have no problem getting this W. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. Anybody that always says stuff like, "Oh, these boxers, they don't pack no power. They're not moving nothing." Then the fight should be a landslide. Fight should be a landslide. No problem. So, but Teofimo, be careful. Be careful who you sleep on, man. Come back to bite you. Look, Brian Norman Jr. No shade, my guy. I'm just being real, just keeping it real. Brian Norman Jr. went in there and he was on some. I ain't worried about him. He can't hurt me. And he really thought that in his mind. He really thought I believe the hype. He ain't got no power. Like I ain't worried about this dude. And it cost him. It cost him to the point where he was damn near on that bike the whole fight. I mean, he came forward, certain rounds, but he stayed. Devin kept him at bay. Like he stuck that jab out there a couple of times and kept him at bay. Like let him know, like, hey, if something else can come behind this jab, like you felt that the second round. So come in here playing if you want. Like y'all know how I am, man. Like it's just, bro. Like it's just common sense, bro. Like you're in a boxing ring, man. Obviously, you got to have some kind of damn power. See what he did to Cepeda. So, I mean, hey. But hey, T.O., hey, you sleep. It's your mistake, bro. But anyways, man, you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, please.